So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am back with another topic. So our topic today is part of speech. We are going to deal, this is one of the most basic topic in English grammar, as I have promised you guys that I will be making a lot of videos on English grammar, and this is going to be the first video. And part of speech is very basic in English language, that for everything and anything you need this, right? So this is kind of the cell of human body, with a single cell you create a whole body like that. This is the basic of English language. So we are going to see what are these part of speech, what does that mean, and what are the categories of part of speeches, and then we are going to see their functions in English language. All right. So to begin with, what is part of speech? So it is basically the category to which a word is assigned to based on the functions they do in a sentence. So what is sentence in English? So in English, the basic unit is you have words. So whatever you utter is a word. So a simple word will not convey you a meaningful sentence, or will not convey you a complete meaning. A word can be walk. What does it convey to you? Walk, simply. Who is walking, where he is walking, whether he is walking, she is walking, you don't know anything about that. So a simple word will not be conveying the complete meaning to you. For that, you have to have a group of words. A group of words which convey convey a complete meaning, we call them sentences. So in this sentence, we have different categories of words. So these categories, we call them part of speech, and depending on what function a particular word is doing in a sentence, we classify them into 8 categories, 8 part of speeches. Namely, we have noun, we have pronoun, we have adjective, verb, adverb, interjection, preposition, and conjunction. And we are going to see what are these in detail, and also we are going to see a lot of examples that will help you guys understand more about them. And this is such a huge and vast topic, you guys. I just can't cover this in just one video. Consider this as a very basic class. Okay, so where I am just going to give you a bird eye view of all these things, and I will definitely be making videos in deep on each of these topics. So just stay tuned for that. As of now, this is a very basic video, and I'm just going to cover the basic at this stage that you guys want to know about. And I really hope you guys have taken up English as your new year resolution, and you guys are religiously following the tips and tricks that I have been sharing with you, and especially in the last video that I have shared with you guys. So good luck with you guys, and I hope you guys are seeing a lot of amazing results out of that as well. So our first part of speech today is noun. Noun, everybody know what a noun is. We would have studied back in our high school grammar classes, like noun is the name of a person, place, or a thing. Yes, that's it, just that. So noun is name of something, anything and everything is noun. So my name, Athira, it's a noun. Then you have table, you have chair, you have light, everything that you see around this room, whatever it is noun. All right. So noun, we have common noun as well as proper noun. So common noun is what you commonly call dogs. All the dogs you call dog. Human beings. Then tables. This table doesn't have any particular name, so just a table. So commonly what you call the entire section of that category is a common noun. Like dogs, cats, giraffes, whatever. So all these things you commonly call is a common noun. And then a proper noun. Proper noun, I have a dog. Its name is Harry. So Harry, the name of my dog, is a common noun or a proper noun. It's a proper noun. My dog's name is Harry. So that is a proper name. Okay. In whole universe, you have a lot of human beings, common noun. My name is Athira, which is a proper noun. And when you say cities, city is a common name. When you are naming a particular city, like if you're saying Paris, if you're saying London, these are proper names. So noun we classify as common as well as proper. Common is what you commonly call them. Proper is one individual thing. What do you call a one individual thing of the whole category? That is proper noun. And then we have countable and uncountable. Okay, countable is something that you can count. Uncountable is something that you can't count. So what is that you can count? Human beings, we can count. The census. So government will come up with census every 10 years. That's basically counting of human beings. So something that you can count is a countable noun. Like this table over here, I can count how many tables are over here, and I can count how many lamps are over here, how many phones. So all these are like countable nouns. And what is uncountable noun? So uncountable are these things that you can't count, like, can you count how many rices are there in a bag of rice? You can't. How many sugar crystals are there in a kg of sugar? You can't really count that. This is why we used to say bags of sugar, bags of rice and all. So we put them in a bag, and for us to count, we put them in a bag, and then it is countable. Okay, we put that uncountable stuff in a countable bag, then it will be countable, right? So things that cannot be counted is uncountable, and can be counted is countable. As simple as that. So that goes to classification of nouns. Then what is the function of a noun in a sentence? So as you know, basically in a sentence, you have a person which performs the action, and there is a person which receives the action. Okay? In a sentence, you may be having a person which is acting, basically, which is performing an action, which is receiving another person, receiving the impact of that action. So the one who performs the action, we call it the subject of the sentence, and the one who receives the action, we call the object of the sentence. So noun performs both as a subject as well as the object of a sentence. Right? So both subject and object can be nouns. Okay? So it's like I beat my dog. I beat my dog. So I am a noun, and my dog is also a noun. I perform the action, so I beat. So who got the result of that action? My poor dog. So my poor dog is object in the sentence. So both me and my poor dog both are nouns, and we performed as subject as well as object in the above sentence. All right. Okay, now you have pronouns. So pronouns are the ones who stand for the noun. If you are asked to describe about yourself or describe about your best friend, you can say like Sasha is my best friend, and Sasha loves doing this, Sasha loves doing that, this, that, and all. So you can't keep repeating Sasha, Sasha, Sasha. That creates a kind of monotonous repetition, which we don't want. So to avoid that, we instead of Sasha, we use she. So the first time you say my best friend is Sasha, and when you want to talk more about her, you will say she loves this, she loves that, this, that, and all. Okay. So in order to avoid repetition, we use pronouns in place of noun. So you have pronouns like I, he, she, it, they. All these are personal pronouns because all these stands for persons. Okay. All these stands for I, myself. So I is a personal pronoun, and then he, she, all these are stands for persons. So these are personal pronouns. Okay. Then you have reflective pronouns. It is like I did it myself. The famous word, I did it myself. So I did it myself. The myself is a pronoun which is reflecting back to who? The person who performed it, the noun. So myself is reflecting back to I. So that is why it is called a reflexive pronoun. Then you have pronouns which are demonstrative, like you can go that way, you can go this way, and this table is very sturdy and that chair is not that good. So this is pointing or demonstrating on things like, this, that, and all. These are called demonstrative pronouns. And you have interrogative pronouns. They are very helpful. These you guys use very often in your spoken English. Like if you want to ask a question, basically, you ask these kind of pronouns. Why are you late? What is your name? Where are you going? So all these are interrogative pronouns which help you guys ask questions. All right. So these are the category of pronouns, and pronoun is basically a word that stands for a noun. You can say it's a substitute of a noun in order to avoid repetition. So now the next category is verb. So we have already discussed in a sentence, we have a person who is performing an action and there is a person who is receiving an action. And in between you have this action, and this action is called the verb. Verb is the action in a sentence. All right. And verbs are very important. Verbs indicate the tense. Verb help you understand when this particular action is taking place, whether this action has already taken place, where it is going on at the moment that we are talking, or whether it is going to happen in the future. So tense in itself is a very big topic. I think I have made a couple of videos on tense, but that is not exhaustive. I will keep on making videos on tenses so that this thing get ingrained in your mind, that you don't need to go out in search of more videos for tenses. So I will be making detailed video, probably one tense in a video, something like that. So I will be making that soon, so you guys can await that as well. Verbs can be transitive as well as intransitive. A transitive verb is a verb which need an object. Without an object, a transitive verb cannot exist. All right? Like if I'm saying she walks, it has a subject which is she and verb which is walks. She walks. She walks where? She walks to where? What is she doing? So it fails to convey you a complete meaning. There are a lot of questions unanswered in that. So the sentence is not complete. So those verbs which requires an object to give a complete meaning is called transitive verb. There are another category of verb called the intransitive verbs. These verbs doesn't necessarily require an object to convey the meaning. Like I say, he slept. He slept means he slept, and there is no other question being asked there. He slept. That is complete in itself. You don't require any more question on that. So those verbs which are complete in itself, which is complete without an object, we call them intransitive verb. Okay? So our next category is adjective. So adjectives are those words which describes, which modifies a noun, which say something more about a noun. We call them adjectives. So they may be qualifying a noun, they may be describing it more. So they perform all these functions in a sentence. So if I say she is beautiful, so that she is beautiful, you are saying something about that person. So about that person, which is a noun. So that is an adjective. An adjective can be comparative as well as superlative. This gives you the range of comparison, or the kind of like how far you're comparing these two things. In comparative degree, what you're doing is like you are comparing between two. Like she is taller than her sister. So comparison is between two people, her and her sister. So she is taller than her sister. Okay, Sasha is smarter than rest of her class. Okay, so and then you have the superlative degree. Superlative degree is this is the best, and before the superlative degree you will always use the. Okay, so the best. People used to say I'm the best. That means that is a superlative degree. You're comparing all the people in the world and you came to the conclusion that you are the best. Okay. If I'm saying Sasha is the most intelligent in the class, matlab the whole class you're taking and she is the most intelligent girl. So that is comparative as well as superlative degree. In comparative degree, what you are doing, you are comparing two people, two things, and in superlative, you are comparing the whole and come to a conclusion that this or that is the best, or to the most extent, and there is nothing after that. Now we have adverbs. Just like adjectives qualifies or modifies a noun, here an adverb is qualifying a verb, say more about a verb, or an adjective or another adverb. So its scope is larger than an adjective. Adjective is just qualifying a noun. Here an adverb is qualifying a verb, adjective as well as another adverb. So it is saying a little bit more about all these things. She is walking slowly. So walking is a verb. And now how is she walking? She is walking very slowly. She is very beautiful. So beautiful is an adjective over there and you are saying very beautiful. So very is an adverb. It qualifies or it says more about that adjective. Okay. So this is how adverb works. Adverbs qualifies not only a verb, it also qualifies or it also describes more about adjective or another adverb. So the next category of our parts of speech is prepositions. Prepositions basically show the relationship of noun or pronoun to the rest of the sentence. Prepositions can be like to, in, out, under, over, besides. All these are different prepositions. Even to is a preposition, very important one. It shows you direction. She is going to. So where she is going. So it gives you direction. So preposition give you direction. Preposition gives you relative position. The cat is on the table. The cat is under the table. Her house is beside the park. And there is a Jane hole under the bridge. So all these gives you relative positions. And then you have conjunctions. So conjunctions are this connecting words. Okay. Conjunctions are also very important in English, especially when you go for, many of you guys I know are preparing for your IELTS examination. In your IELTS examination, you guys would have to create a lot of compound sentences because simple sentences are kind of basic and your IELTS examiner wouldn't be looking for that. So you have to give some little more to them. And this compound sentences will help you to give that little extra to them. So, and what help you to make this compound sentence is this conjunctions like and, but, neither, nor, either, or. So all these things help to join sentences. Okay. So you have a sentence in which like she is thirsty, she is hungry. So these are two sentences. She is thirsty, she is hungry. If you're using a conjunction, I can say like she is hungry and thirsty. So two sentences you can combine using a small word and two sentences became one compound sentence and a short and sweet one. So this is the power of conjunctions in English language. You can join two sentences together. I can say I don't like cake, I don't like apple juice. So instead of saying I don't like cakes, I don't like apple juice. So I can say I neither like apples or I neither like apple or I neither like cake or apple juice. Okay. So by this way, you can combine sentences very beautifully to avoid repetition and you sound kind of like more of a kind of, advanced level of English speaker. So basic English speaking people use a lot of simple sentences. So when you're learning out English, that is very much okay. That is all you could do because you are just picking up your words. All you are able to do is just putting them out in a simple sentence. That is very much okay. But as you advance in your English speaking journey to a more proficient level of English speaking, you should try out a lot of compound and complex sentences. Okay. And this conjunction, the little buddies will help you guys out to create these common sentences and can score very good in your IELTS exams as well. All right. So with that, we are coming to the end of our discussion on parts of speech. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. And this, as I have already told you, this is just a basic video and I haven't described everything in detail in this video. I will definitely make detailed videos on each and every part of speech and I will help you guys, I will walk you guys through it and help you guys understand what are they and how you can use them in your English speaking. All right. So I hope you guys are doing so well and great. See you in another video.